Big things are on the horizon for XRP with a wave of game-changing catalysts ready to propel it into the mainstream spotlight. In this video, we'll dive into these exciting developments and also confront the elephant in the room, Bitcoin maximalism. This group remains the biggest hurdle standing in XRP's way. Will they succeed in holding it back? Stick around as we break it all down. And don't miss the finale where I analyze the XRP price chart and share my predictions for what's next. Let's dive right in and talk about some major catalysts unfolding right now, starting with the stablecoin bill. Big news, there's going to be a debate on the bill tomorrow in the Senate, and this could be a game changer. Once it clears the Senate, it'll head back to the House, but based on what I've heard, if it passes the Senate, we're almost at the finish line. Here's why this is such a big deal. Stablecoins are set to play a massive role in the future of finance. And no matter how much Bitcoin maximalists might hope otherwise, stablecoins aren't going to run on Bitcoin. The debate between Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency networks often misses a key point. The US government is laser focused on stablecoins right now, but here's the kicker. Stablecoins don't operate on their own networks. They rely on fast, efficient blockchains. And spoiler alert, those blockchains aren't Bitcoin. With the government prioritizing a stablecoin bill, it's clear they see this tech as essential to the future of finance. That's where the XRP ledger comes in, perfectly designed for this purpose. And guess what? Ripple might just take the lead in this race by snapping up Circle, the largest regulated stablecoin company. If that happens, Ripple could find itself at the center of what could be a game-changing upgrade to the financial system, the creation of a blockchain-based digital dollar. But let's be real. The potential here goes far beyond just a digital dollar. Just like we're seeing a surge of excitement around tokenizing US fiat currency with stablecoins, we're on the brink of a much bigger wave, tokenizing all forms of value. We're still in the infancy of this movement, but if you take a step back, it's clear where things are headed. The pushback from Bitcoin maximalists is loud and clear. They claim Bitcoin is all you'll ever need, dismissing other networks as irrelevant. But here's the kicker. Everything people want to achieve with tokenization and asset issuance simply can't happen on Bitcoin. This is the key point many overlook. Maximalists argue no one cares about these things or that Bitcoin could somehow handle them, but that's a fantasy. Not only has it never been done on Bitcoin, but the network itself isn't built to support these next level innovations. That's the reality we need to acknowledge. If you take a closer look at the XRP ledger, you'll see it was designed specifically for this purpose. Ripple has been collaborating with financial institutions from the very start, helping them adapt, innovate, and create the solutions they actually need. Now, I've got a video to share with you that captures the essence of why this matters so much. This highlights the fundamental difference in mindset between those who back Ripple and XRP versus those who champion Bitcoin. It's a perspective shift that could shed light on whether the efforts to hinder the industry's progress will succeed or fail. Let's watch this clip together, and then I'll break down why it's such a game changer.
From the get-go, Ripple has worked with regulators, and we have worked with regulated institutions like banks where there isn't regulatory uncertainty. And so we have found that part of the reason why XRP has performed well is because people realize, hey, wait a minute, back to your question, is XRP the next Bitcoin? Back to your question, is XRP the next Bitcoin? If we work with the system to solve this problem, and we can solve that problem at scale, a problem measured in the trillions of dollars, then there's a lot of opportunity to create value in XRP.
Let me explain something to you right now. Okay, here's a $10 bill. This is garbage. This is garbage. You people in South Africa, you have your rand, right? That's going to zero. That's going to zero. This is going to zero too. Euros are going to zero. The yen's going to zero. The Chinese currency is going to zero. It's all going to zero against Bitcoin. If you don't understand that yet, you're going to be impoverished. You're going to be on the street. You're going to be begging. You're going to be out of business. You're going to be toast.
Max, do you know that it's a criminal offense to tear up?
Do you know that with the Bitcoin I have, I can buy any freaking senator or congressman I want? I make the laws. He who has the Bitcoin makes the laws, Rand. We're not going to just sit around and let the goddamn congressman tell us what to do. We've got the capital. We make the laws. We've got the Bitcoin. They don't. We've got it. They don't.
Wow, the difference here couldn't be more obvious, right? It's like night and day when you look at the level of maturity, critical thinking, and vision driving the next generation of systems. Sure, people can say whatever they like, but in the end, talk is cheap. What truly matters is what's being built and how it benefits society. Here's the thing. Whether Bitcoin enthusiasts admit it or not, Bitcoin simply can't tackle the problems these other chains are solving. Tokenization, forget it. As we mentioned earlier, Bitcoin just isn't built for that. And now, with major financial institutions openly discussing the assets they plan to tokenize, guess what? They're going to need platforms that can handle it, platforms that aren't Bitcoin. The real driver behind widespread adoption of this technology isn't just hype or opinions shouted into the void about where people should store their value. It's the undeniable demand for a tool that truly delivers utility and solves real problems. That's what sparks network effects and pushes these systems into the mainstream. To reduce this innovation to mere speculation completely misses the point. This technology wasn't designed to be just another token for people to gamble on. Sure, speculation is a byproduct of these networks, an inevitable side effect of their existence, but calling it a consequence doesn't mean it's a negative thing. At its core, this technology was built with a much bigger vision to move value seamlessly, to reimagine and digitize the financial system itself. The truth is, many Bitcoiners have completely missed the bigger vision of this technology. They're out of sync with the very problems it was designed to solve. To me, that means they're failing to grasp the larger picture. And here's the kicker: the larger picture doesn't care about their opinions. It doesn't matter what they think or say, the technology will be adopted by the people who truly need it, those who seek solutions to real problems and value creation. That's where Bitcoin falls short. From day one, Ripple has positioned the XRP ledger to address these needs head on. Now let's shift gears and dive into something equally fascinating: the XRP price chart. Arguably, it's one of the most captivating charts in the entire crypto space. What's happening right now with XRP is nothing short of remarkable. And honestly, it's wild that more people aren't paying attention. Look closely. XRP is mirroring a pattern we've seen before, almost like history on repeat. From 2013 to 2017, XRP formed a massive triangular consolidation pattern. When it finally broke out, it retested the breakout point and then skyrocketed by an insane 20,000%. Fast forward to today, and we're watching the same setup unfold. XRP is consolidating at its previous breakout level, just like it did back in 2015. Here's something fascinating about when this breakout actually happened. It perfectly aligned with Bitcoin hitting a brand new all-time high. And guess what? Bitcoin is doing the exact same thing right now. These cycles are syncing up almost perfectly, and it feels like we're just moments away from XRP soaking up some serious value as more people wake up to what's really unfolding behind the scenes. But what's even more exciting, the data is already speaking volumes. On-chain metrics are lighting up, showing XRP's explosive growth. Daily active addresses on the XRP ledger have jumped by an incredible 142%. Average daily volume is up 74%, and ROUSD's market cap on the ledger has skyrocketed by a stunning 304%. We're witnessing massive growth in tokenized assets, value transfer, and XRP adoption. This is no ordinary moment. The big question on everyone's mind is always the same: when will all of this reflect on the XRP price chart? It's a question that seems simple, but is wrapped in layers of uncertainty. The answer, in my opinion, lies in a pivotal moment. The moment people truly grasp that this vision, everything we've discussed here, is actually becoming reality. Right now, there's a select group who gets it, a rare few who see the bigger picture. These are the visionaries, the ones who knew what Apple was building with the iPhone before it transformed the world, the ones who saw Amazon's potential when it was just an online bookstore, the ones who realized NVIDIA's GPUs wouldn't just power video games, but would ignite an artificial intelligence revolution. They're ahead of the curve, seeing what's obvious to them long before the rest of the world wakes up to it. The people who saw the bigger picture were the ones who ultimately reaped the rewards when it all came together. The same is true for the XRP ledger. Ripple has made its vision crystal clear. They aim to move hundreds of billions, if not trillions of dollars across borders between banks worldwide. Some dismiss this as wishful thinking, calling it hopium, claiming it'll never happen. But if you truly understand the inefficiencies in today's financial system and how XRP directly addresses them, it becomes obvious XRP's adoption is inevitable. Right now, we're simply waiting for the rest of the world to catch on. Once people wake up and see the vision that has been quietly unfolding behind the scenes, it's game over. The moment they realize what's happening, there will be a mad rush into the asset, and that's just the beginning. Additional spikes will follow, driven by utility, partnerships with larger banks, increased volume, tokenized assets, and so much more. XRP isn't just an idea, it's a revolution waiting to happen. The moment people realize they've been doubting something that's been obvious all along, will be the turning point. That's when the crowd will rush in, scrambling to grab as much XRP as they can before it's too late. And honestly, I believe we're closer to that moment than most think. Just a few key announcements could flip the script entirely. Imagine this: the cryptocurrency and traditional finance industries suddenly stepping back and connecting the dots. Those countless partnerships Ripple has been quietly building over the last decade, they're not just for show. People might finally ask, wait, they're actually going to use XRP? How did we not see this coming? When that light bulb goes off, it will spark a frenzy. Everyone will want to secure their piece of what might be the most groundbreaking industrial application of this technology we've ever witnessed. The clock is ticking, and this is a revolution unlike anything we've seen on such an institutional scale. Thanks for tuning in. I hope this update left you with something to think about.